Hey everybody, and welcome to Keyboard Skills Pro. Great to have your company here on the channel today, folks, and my name is Tom. Please do hit the subscribe button before you watch any more of this video. And here we go with a cool piano tutorial. And I've been meaning to do this one for a little while now, and we're going to spend some time together today learning how to play the first of the Gymnopedies, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by Erik Satie. Erik Satie was a French composer, part of the kind of Parisian avant-garde set of the sort of late 1800s, early 1900s. And he would have been around, you know, sort of similar time to Debussy and Stravinsky and all those kind of guys. But he was quite a dandy, Erik Satie, and wrote some vast range of music, but the Gymnopedies are probably his most famous. So we're going to break it down, show you how this works, and give you some hints and tips on how to play the first of the three. And of course the first one is the most famous. So let's take a look at the score on the screen. Now we can see at the beginning it says lent et douloureux. I think I've pronounced that correctly. Lent is slow, lent, and douloureux is delicately. Okay, so very slow, delicate, dreamy, and that's the style that we're going to go for. It's very, very gentle, this piece, and it almost has to sound like it's floating through the air. So we've got two sharps in the key signature, an F sharp and a C sharp, but this kind of piece is not so grounded in the sort of the D major or B minor key. It uses those two sharps, but it has a more of a G major sound to it because of the way the music is written. Although what it's really doing is it's starting on a G chord and then going to a D chord, which is the 4-1 chord sequence. But anyway, so we're going to take a look at the chords first of all, and let's spend a few minutes now showing you how to play the introduction. So we've got first of all on the left hand, right the way down here, the low G, and up here for the right hand we've got B, D, F sharp. Now I'm going to say stop there because I don't want you to play those with your right hand. I want you to use your left hand. Now, this is a little bit of a debate on this piece. How do you actually play the intro? I've seen a lot of pianists, professional pianists, play this piece, and they often start like this. And then their hand has to transfer up here. And if you've noticed, those same chords are then used in the accompaniment of the piece. So I've seen some pianists do half and half. And then go. Personally, I tend to say to my students, I would suggest you play all of the introduction using the left hand. Now, why do I say that? Well, because, as I just said, those chords and that same kind of background is going to be used for the opening melody. So in my head, it makes sense to produce the same tonal effect, because the way you play a chord on your right hand is totally different to the way you play this chord on the left hand. So the chord is G in the bass, and then we go, oh, not too hard, Tom, G in the bass, and then B, D, F sharp. And what that creates is a G major 7 chord. And then we go down below that G to D, keep the F sharp at the top, but drop the two notes there down to A and C, but the C is a sharp. And that produces D major 7. Then we repeat it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, the timing of that is very important. Some people do this. And they cut the third beat off. Careful of that. It's a waltz. And you have to make it feel like you're counting each bar. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 1, go 1 and 1 And so you can almost feel like it's one in the bar, one big 3-beat count in the bar. So when you do that, you have to sort of move your hand up briskly, forming the chord in the air as you go up. So this is how it goes in slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now notice, look, as I move my hand, I'm forming the chord shape, and then I'm moving down to the next chord. Notice that the sound is sustaining, and that's because I'm using the right pedal on my digital piano. So don't forget, if you've got 3 pedals, we need the sustain pedal, the one on the right. If you've got 2 pedals, it's the one on the right. And if you've only got 1 pedal, it's the one on the right, okay? Without it, you can't sustain, look. Okay, so you put the pedal down with the first bass note on the first beat of every bar. So it's pedal, 2, 3. And what you have to do is, when you've played the chord, the third beat is used to move your hand back down. 1, 2, move. 1, 2, and 1, 2, move. And it's like a nice floaty thing, look. Not too fast, nice and gentle. So memorize those 2 chords. B, D, F sharp, that's the top of the G major 7 chord, and A, C sharp, F sharp. And you can see, look, all it's doing, look, is that going to that. Now that is very important, because we're going to use that for about 8 to 12, 16 odd bars before we change the harmony. Okay, so it's going to get a lot of use, and also in the reprise as well. So let's now take a play through the left hand through the first few lines of the music. Here we go. Okay, look, slowly gliding through the air, moving on the third beat. So here we go with the melody now. Now this lovely long note. You can see it's the same repetitive. Keep the pedal down all the way until you play the G note, okay? Continuous sound. Now the melody comes back in. Do, 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 da, da. Same chords. Da, da, dum. And here it changes. F sharp. Okay, so that's where it's going to change. So we'll go through that in a moment. So you can see that we've got, well, in my score, I've got there 2 and a bit lines of G major 7s and D major 7s. So it's kind of based around the key of D, but with a complete difference in how we perceive the tonic home note. And indeed, we're also using lots of naturals later on as well. So so that's the trick with the left hand. It's putting the pedal down on the first beat, hold, move your hand, and don't lift up the pedal until you're ready to push down that next note. The whole point of the pedal is to keep the sound going. Pedal, 2, and up and down. And up and down, 2, 3, pedal, 2, 3. So there's a little quick flick on the pedal there. So that completes the opening, and what's great is once you've spent a bit of time learning those 2 chords, you'll then be able to play about half of the first section with the left hand. Okay, so let's head back to the second part where the melody comes in. We'll have a look through these chords. So we're going to go from the second melody, which we'll take a look at that in a moment. So we've got the G major 7, back to the D major 7. Okay, next line. Da, da. Now, the next chord is exactly the same, but we are now going to bring our bass note to F sharp. That produces an F sharp minor. Now that next note, the low note, is right down the bottom here. Not the bottom B, that's off the camera, that one here. B. Oh, and look, back up to, now this top of the G major 7 now becomes a B minor chord. And then that is going to resolve to E with G and B underneath, middle C. That's an E minor chord. Then we go up here to this E minor 7 chord. So we're in the treble clef now, look. D minor. That G and that B, look, there's E minor, bass in down there. and then we do a nice leap up to here. Look, B, D, G. And now we're going to go down to a D, and then we're going to put in F natural, A, D. That makes D minor. So now you can see we're starting now to really work away from the sharps. Now, next line, bottom A, 3 ledger lines off the stave, look. And then right down this gorgeous milk chocolatey bass end of the grand piano. And then all the way back up to A minor. Notice there, look, the 3 lines, look, stacked back to D. And now we've got an E minor chord. Oh, listen to that, isn't that gorgeous? So that's really E minor 7, but the D is used as the bass note. Isn't that a gorgeous sound? Look, E minor on a D bass. Next chord, another D, but with a G chord, second inversion. And then D again, but this time A minor. So we've got this kind of, this bass dong. A minor, D again, further up this time to F major, D again, here's this A minor chord, look, over the line, G major, A minor, staying on the A minor. So let's just head back a second and take a look at those chords. Now, you can see there that we've got, when we played the start of line 4 in my copy, we've got this lovely melody here. We've got a low A, very low A, okay? And then we come up to the A minor chord. Now notice there in the score, look, where it says P and crescendo, all the lines are on top of each other. There's an A line, a middle C line, and a C line. An E line, sorry. That means that is a root chord. The A is at the bottom and all the notes are evenly shaped. Hey guys, hope you're enjoying this video. This is a free video, a free music lesson just for you lovely people visiting my channel. Please do hit the subscribe button, ding the Liberty bell, and if you're loving my channel and think, hey, I'd really like to support Tom and all that he does for us on his channel, please do visit patron.com/Keyboard Skills Pro, where you can subscribe and actually support my channel with a monthly pledge. It's kind of like a musical tip jar, Patron. It helps artists, musicians, creators like myself who rely on these kind of videos for part of their income. And if you'd like to get behind supporting me with lights and cameras and software and my time, please do head over there, because you can also get bonus PDFs. You can get annotated scores like this one for the Gymnopedie, which you can download, and loads of bonus videos as well. So hopefully you'll visit that and maybe give us some support. Thank you very much. So that's the advert over. Back to the piano lesson, please, Tom. A minor. Now, the next chord, look, is got the D, look, but look at this, look. We've got G and B, and then E on the top. Notice how the 2 spaces look are on top of each other. The next space, which would be the D, is not used, it's the E. So that's E minor, and that's a first inversion chord. A pair, and 1 extra at the top. Then we go down to D, look. So over time, if you practice these chord shapes, hey, there's a great video actually on here called chord inversion shapes, and you can, it teaches you how to look at chords as blocks as opposed to individual notes. So here we've got, now this is a second inversion, look, it's the other way around, look, the pairs at the top, 2 spaces, there's the space there, that's the line. So that's a second inversion. So you can get pretty quick at noticing shapes. If the pairs are at the bottom, it's first inversion. The pairs are at the top, it's a second inversion. So here we go, look, F major, look, A, C, F, that's first inversion. Here's the A minor in root. Here comes the G chord, da, 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 but the D's down here, second inversion. All the way through these chords, look, we've got this D, this bell ringing away. Now we go to E minor. Very high E minor this time, look, B, and the 2 lines are on the top, look, middle C, line, line, that's E minor. Then we go 1 up to F, major. Now, in this case, it's not F major, because I've completely told you wrong, because I forgot the sharps after all. I'm trying to multitask, and being a man, I can't do it. E minor, now F sharp, sorry, minor. So remember that, look at that gorgeous change, look. There you go. Down to bottom B, all the way up to root B minor, Now we've got a treble chord coming in. That's okay, that just means we're going to go a little bit higher than the bass can probably allow. So E, and then A minor, over the line. Now we're coming up to the end of the first section. E again with A, C sharp, F sharp. And then we've got this little section. E, B with A, E with B, and this is the cadence part. We'll talk about this in a little while. So you come up, look, E, B and A, E and B, and then A and G, that makes a minor seventh, 2, 3, and then an open D major chord. So we do get a D major chord eventually. Okay, so that's the left hand for the first part. Now, what I would suggest you do, as I do in all my tutorials, is practice that first. You've got to get that absolutely like running water. Fluidity is the word. Pedal down, look. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1, move, and nice and gentle, look. PP, very gentle. Can you imagine that third beat? Look, gorgeous, isn't it? Really pretty music. So work that left hand, gentle, no bonking the notes, very gentle pushes of the keyboard. You might want to even try holding the left pedal down. That's the soft pedal. Just gives it a bit of softness. Do you know, it's raining outside as I record this video for you. Here in the east of England in my studio. It is tipping it down. Raining cats and dogs, as some people say. We've had some lovely weather this last couple of weeks. We're in the middle of June 2021 as a timestamp, but it's just gone the other way, as the great British weather always does. So hopefully we'll... but it's good for the garden. The strawberries and the vegetables are all growing very well, that's for sure. Anyway, I shall stop waffling and get back to this piece of music. So we've got now to the famous middle bit. Okay, and there's a lot on page 2, but it does repeat quite a bit. So, work your way through the left hand, get it well known, and like I say, if you want to download the bonus PDF for this lesson, I put in all the chord symbols, annotated it, put some hint tips in, that's available to you as a free bonus download when you sign up for silver level above on patron.com. So hopefully you'll visit that. Oh, by the way, if you like Erik Satie and might want to play another piece in his style, I've actually written my own stylistic Gymnopedie piece called Satipedy, which is an homage to the great man Erik Satie, and that's available in my piano book, Pianistic Book 2, which you can treat yourself to a copy on my website, tomhorton.co.uk. So very much in the style of this piece, but yeah, do take a look at that, maybe like a new book for your collection. Okay, so let's go right back to the start now and take a look at the melody. So the melody is like a cello, like a flute. It's got to flow, be gentle and fluid. So here we go with the melody. So I want you to put your third finger on the F sharp, your little finger on the A. Our second finger and thumb are going to work these two guys down here. So here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, rest. Okay, let's take a look at that melody again. Look, rest, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Bring the 3 to D, 1 on A, cross over to F sharp, and then just hold that down. Okay. Now we'll talk about how that works in a minute with the chords. But did you see there? Look, I was very smooth, hardly any pressure. Trying to get a nice smooth sound. So you've got to think about the phrasing, the structure of that particular bit. So let's see how that first bit goes with the left hand. So again, we're going to hold the pedal down on the first bass note, and it's nice and slow. So 1 and here comes the melody. Okay, so that's where we've got to. Isn't that lovely? What a lovely, relaxing sound. It's like one of those mattress commercials, isn't it? Get a better night's sleep by buying this mattress that'll cost you thousands of pounds for something that the machine just extruded out. But we've made it look like it's wonderful. They always do or it's like an airline advert, isn't it? You know, go away to wherever you want. But yeah, it's lovely music, Erik Satie. Interestingly, he wrote some amazingly different stuff. He wrote the Gnossiens, we'll have a look at those sometime. But did you notice, look, as I started, look, my pedal comes in, 1, and the pedal comes up as I play those 2 notes, straight back down as soon as you push them to catch them, pedal up and down, and pedal 2, 3. Now, this bit, again, this is a bit of a debate about this section because people go, well, how do I hold the F sharp in the melody if the chord needs to play the F sharp? Because look at the F sharp, look, it's tied over 4 bars. So how do you hold a note that's tied, but then lift it and play it to play on the chord? Well, that's basically what you have to do. You have to lift it up to let the other hand play it. So what we do is we come along, look, 2, and then we play this with the right hand, as it says, and just give that a little bit more force, just a little bit more force. And then that F sharp sounds like it's being played on another piano. If you want to then hold the F sharp, you can do. Bring it back up, look. But by the time you get to the 3rd bar, it's almost dissolved anyway, so you can afford not to worry too much about that. But try and hold it down, look. Hold after the pedal. Oh, get the right bass note. So 1 chord hold. Because then when you pedal, you just hear it in the back, look. Okay, that's sort of the technique, and by there, it's disappeared. Now, same melody. Okay, now, let's carry on with both hands now. So we've got C sharp now with F sharp, the minor F sharp, up to F sharp as we go down to bottom B, and then B minor, and then come to the E right there, middle finger or thumb, and then again, look here, look, hold the E down. So I've dropped my hand there, look, off the keyboard. Can hold the E because we're not playing the E. That's a little bit easy there, isn't it? So, because if I pedal, look, when I push a key down, the damper is took off by the mechanical action of the piano. The pedal doesn't affect it, it's damping the other keys. So we play that E with the E, little E minor, keep the E down, over the top, and then down, and then you can let go. Now, new hand position now. Thumb on A, that'll take care of the majority of this section. So A minor, D minor, D, sorry, with E minor. Now we've got a C natural coming up, look, watch out for this. And an E being added to extend the chord. Isn't that gorgeous? Because we've got dissonance there, look. Dissonance there, and we've got dissonance here and here. So a little bit of tension coming. So keep the D's in the bass. Now all the way through it's D, okay? Keep the D down. Excuse me. Here comes this G chord with E and C, and then we play D's, and then we bring our hand up to the A minor but put a D with it. Lovely colouring notes there. Notice how I'm holding the D, look, on the top. Right, now lift your hand up, thumb on D. Here we go now. Again, really, they're kind of like little scales in the melody. And don't worry about the bass note, always go for that D. Look, here comes the A minor, C, look, so there, look, F natural, C natural, so we've lost the sharps now. So we're more in a kind of a minor, a plain minor sort of sound. That's that F chord, A minor. And then we're going to squeeze our little finger to E now. And then when we play this G chord, we're going to put E with D. There we go, we're just using that bottom note of the right hand just to extend the chords slightly. Now that's the end of the D passage. Now, let's go up to G now. So thumb on D, moved our hand up now. Okay, so we're going to go to there, and then we're going to put an E in, top E minor, over to F sharps, F sharp minor, down to the B, bottom B, B minor. Now, the C sharp goes back in, watch this. Okay, and that's also A major. I think actually I told you that wrong earlier. I said that was A minor. That was completely my mistake. Or did I tell you that wrong? I can't remember. I have to watch it back. Haha! That's an A major chord, by the way, gang. So it's bottom E, and then up to the treble, C sharp, middle C sharp, E, A. And then repeat that again. But this time put an F sharp minor chord in. Right, now we're going to go to F sharp and E. This really creates a dissonance. Now, B, A and D, E, B, D, G. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, off the pedal, big chord. Now this chord is A minor 7. 1, 2, 3, and then move like that, look. 1, move to the big D chord, so D's, look, just like an arpeggio, just block though, in that fifth, an octave there. So watch the last chords, look, 1, 2, 3, don't wait like that though, because there's no point holding the notes, because your pedal's doing that. 1, move and set. And then we carry on, and it more or less repeats. Let's carry on through the next bit. We'll do this both hands, no harm in doing this. This is a little bit more of an advanced piece. Here we go. And you see, providing you've learnt those two chords we talked about at the beginning, see how that F just dissolves, that lovely F sharp. Here we go, look. Now, this was the change point, remember on the first page? F sharp minor, bottom B, B minor, and then these E chords. So hold the E, look, drop your hand out the way, so the left hand can do its job. Right, A minor. D's in the bass, E minor chord, D's in the bass. Put the extra note in. What do you might want to put a circle around that? Look. There's that G chord, but an E. So that's you could argue that's either G6 or E minor 7. F, hear here's that thumb coming in, look again. So A minor with a D, hold the D at the top. Now this is where it's slightly different, okay? So all of that, you might be looking at the string going, that was all exactly the same. It is. That's brilliant, isn't it? Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Repeat. So that's why I spent half an hour on the first page, because it's basically the second part as well. So last little bit then. Starts the same, but with this high E minor. Then we go F natural. Oh, wow, what a clash. Okay, we've got A, D, F, A, that's D minor. E singing the bass, look. Then we're going to play an F chord on an E. Naturals all the way. Here comes that E again, look. And here's that high A minor. Get rid of the C sharp, stops it being a major. And then da, F major with a A, D minor 7. Familiar ending now. Left hand's the same. sorry, wrong note. So it's the same as before, just not F sharp, look. And listen again, F natural this time. And then A minor and D minor. So it's almost identical, just a few bars there that are different. So spend some time on the last section. And there we go, everybody. So I hope that's been okay. You know, go back and watch it over again. It's a slowish piece anyway, so we've tried to present that as best we can to you. And say, if you've got any comments or questions, always like to hear from you folks watching, so please put them below. Do always feel free to share the video. If you've got any Facebook groups or websites that you like to post things on, you know, just share the link. It'd be fantastic. I'm trying to get up to 10,000 subscribers, and we're getting there. And once I get to 10,000, I need to get to 100,000 because I'm trying to get my YouTube play button on the wall. So maybe you guys could help with that and hit that subscribe button. So thanks ever so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed that free piano lesson. My name's Tom Horton. Please do check out my website, tomhorton.co.uk, for piano books, organ books, music CDs, and there's loads of other tuition videos here on the YouTube channel. So like I say, do hit subscribe and ding the Liberty bell, because we do live stream on Wednesdays fortnight. We have Friday lesson or music performance every week, and also fortnightly 2-minute tips, music theory videos, keyboard, organ. There's loads of stuff here on the channel. So do have a little search around after this video. In the meantime, everyone, enjoy learning the first of the 3 Gymnopedies by Erik Satie. Thanks for watching, gang, and I will see you very soon here on YouTube for another music lesson, and we will see you soon. Take care and bye-bye.